This is the Molotov I was talking about. When you take wider angle, it doesn't bounce properly. This is what you want to do.
Roger. What do you mean by that? Because you saw I was swinging in the open, like, you know, here I am. So what would confident look like?
Confidence would look like pre-firing that guy. For example, you expect them anywhere outside. First thing you do is you strafe with your keyboard and you're expecting this angle, yeah? And as you're going up, like, at that point, there's no more jiggle picking and trying to be dynamic. You have to be static in that sense. Like I said, you're focusing on fighting somebody here. This game, this half, needs to be won by simple things. Up, holding outside. It doesn't have to be from garage, it can also be from heaven. And you guys just playing default CS. One point here would be if you wanna take an angle, this angle here is OP, even if you're static, because once they swing, they're exposed to heaven here instead of picking you here. Obviously, they need to pick this spot here, yeah, but this one kinda covers your headshot pixel.
Okay.
And you usually can kill the first guy, so there's a big advantage there. And given that you have all the nades, you have plan B to escape as well. Instead of being, you know, a little bit cautious and afraid to jiggle pick from this side, just take that first angle, be confident about it, then think about how you're gonna survive. Nice shot here. Trying to bait for your teammate. First thing about the way you guys open the round, maybe you can tell that to your teammates. There's a couple of ways you can open, as I would say, either you go 3 aggressive outside, or you play reserved, so to say. The shot you made was, I really like it, but it kind of makes you exposed here. If the guy wide swings, and it happens a lot in CS2, if he swings from silo and you get killed here, then your teammate here is definitely in trouble. But what you guys can do is, for example, first spawn, he's gonna smoke here, he's gonna go trash, like stay out in this angle or right side. Second guy stays behind smoke or left side of red, ready to react, and he's also ready to kill silo guy because smokes are really powerful. And third guy can go what you did or top of garage.
Okay.
And you also play off of each other. And second thing as well is, I know your teammate is close and you guys feel like you have to search, but I'd like to see you to be more confident when it comes to taking duels.
Okay.
And also, if you wanna try and use your chances, yeah, this guy is in middle of the open, but try to use cheeky angles like this one here. You kill one guy, then you go back. Instead of staying in the open more and like jiggling left and right. Try to focus on one duel, full attention on that, and then again bail out.
What do you mean by that? Because you saw I was swinging in the open, like, you know, here I am. So what would confident look like?
Confidence would look like pre-firing that guy. For example, you expect them anywhere outside. First thing you do is you strafe with your keyboard and you're expecting this angle, yeah? And as you're going up, like, at that point, there's no more jiggle picking and trying to be dynamic. You have to be static in that sense. Like I said, you're focusing on fighting somebody here. Because in that given situation, you guys are already feeling 2v3, we gotta do something. Not only we're man down, but we also don't have control of ramp. We don't really have control of A. You know what I'm trying to say. Instead of trying to take the duel, but also trying to survive, because in some situations like that, that's simply not gonna work. Sometimes you need to go balls out and hope for the best. Before they take outside, they go from main to A, they take all of the positions, then A side simply becomes unretakeable.
Okay, so if I go back to the first thing you said, you wanted kind of me to peek with purpose, like you said, like go in and pre-aim this angle, like confidently, like he would be there, you know.
Instead of swinging like all the way to here, try to do, this is what Dong does. He's usually swinging, counter-strafing line by line. So he's gonna be picking this spot, then he's gonna go here. He's not gonna go all the way like, you know, like this. This provides a lot more focus to you, kind of in steps instead of going all the way.
Yeah.
And you know that counter-strafing works that way, especially now in CS2 where picker's advantage is a big thing, that you don't give this guy a chance. So you have a lot of speed, and when you stop in that moment and you pick them, it's really difficult for the guy you're picking into. Good anticipation here that you expect door. But you know what I would love to see you doing in this particular situation is, your teammate has MP9, your teammate has scout. You need to value yourself the most in this situation. After you kill this guy, and let's see if in that moment your teammate was already dead outside. Yeah, you see, this is the problem. He's gonna die. You gained advantage here. There's no saving outside. Like, the only thing your teammate can do, he can tag them as they try to cross red.
Yeah.
This was a mistake, because for you now this is more or less 90 to 180 degrees. You need to watch left, you need to watch right. Try to, if you don't have outside, you're not sure what's going on here. Again, try to be confident, take door, smoke it off, maybe take lobby if you hear them outside, and let your teammate with scout, I know it's not top, but still can do a lot of damage if you try to chunk them off, tag them as they're taking outside, and then you work from it. Don't make it be do or die, because in this situation you already gained a lot of advantage. And another thing is, when you opened outside, I would advise you to try, I know it's in this situation it wasn't really easy because the smoke is a bit deep, but if you go closer to the smoke, you're gonna make it much more difficult to this guy. Although I have to say, I really like your playstyle when it comes to shooting, because you're trying to move a lot and to be bursting. I don't like when I see people, and sometimes even me myself, I do this mistake where I commit to a spray and I make myself a static target, which is easy for the opponents, yeah? But you're bursting a lot and you're moving. This is what I can compliment you about that. You know what I'm trying to say about this situation?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, can we stop on that?
Yeah.
So, if I want to think about why I shouldn't take this, so we have somewhat of an advantage there, and then this area outside isn't maybe, in this part, isn't necessary to hold. It's not really the bomb site, and the scout can take the info, do some damage, so I can much rather fall back or play more towards A site, because that's where they want to end up as terrorists. Yard doesn't have the same value as it had at the start. Is that how I should think about it? Why I don't want to commit?
Yeah, you already exhausted the possibility of doing something outside, because your teammate is dead, and you also have man advantage. I mean, in the moment you kill the guy, it was man advantage. Now your teammate died, so it's 4v4. But still, a lot of info from you. There's no smoke here. You can smoke it off and play with purple. And you also have some kind of assurance on ramp that your blue guy has ramp, like he has things under control. And now, at this point, it has to be down to your scout guy to get maximum out of this situation. If he is unable to hold left side cross like this, he can always go towards heaven. And see, you always need to exhaust the possibility of T's making a mistake. If they're gonna be dry peeking and not respecting the scout, that sure, they're gonna be 30 HP, they're gonna be easy targets. But for you specifically here, you kinda mess yourself up with first gaining advantage and then putting yourself in a really difficult spot where you cannot go out. Even if you use the smoke, it would be really difficult to bail out from there. Okay. And again, also use the fact that you guys are pre-made. That, for example, if you picked already here, like I said, you smoke off door. Maybe he drops down side. If you decide to push lobby, you heard, let's say, multiple people, multiple T's outside, then you can push hot, take lobby, and this should be your reaction to them taking map control and not putting yourself, you know, exposed. And it's not gonna be easy for T's to pinch you down in A side because simply you're gonna expand to taking lobby. Look how arrogant T's are. They just swing outside, no smokes, nothing. These guys should be easy targets for you, especially, like I said, especially for scout guy to tag them. But look how difficult it is for your teammates now to do something, simply because Purple, yeah, he took lobby a little bit, but 1v3.
Yeah. Not much for him to do.
When it comes to Nuke as a map, how comfortable are you on it?
I think I'm pretty comfortable on CT side. On T side, I need more plays. I need to be able to orchestrate more plays. And when it comes to taking A side specifically, I'm weak in utility, so that makes, you know, half of the map not as open as it should be. You know, if you know good support flashes, you can be like, "Hey guys, just go in."
Nice shots here.
So T side is worse. CT side is okay.
Nice shots here. The only thing, let's say the only thing, like you did 2 insane shots. You take the op, you bail out. If you look at the money, yeah, you got these frags, you guys are on a max loss bonus, but the half needs to be played out a little bit more. And what you need to pick up by now from these guys, from T's, they have no clue how to do smokes outside. Which means op can hold outside pretty much alone, and you guys can focus on playing, let's say, 2A, 1 heaven, 2 support ramp as well, and 1 guy anchoring ramp. So
that's true. So I'm pretty bad. I feel like I could be much better with that. You know, seeing the habits or what the other team does a lot and what's good or what's bad or how I should play around. I think you saying it here, maybe I should already understand, like you're saying, or maybe in 2 rounds I should understand. But I think I might sometimes be slow to that understanding.
Yeah, but as much as we are trying to think about it, that's gonna get us closer to that. But in this situation, even if you guys have money, that means you lose this round, let's say, even if it's 2-5 now, yeah? 8th round. Even if you lose it and you saved up, next round you might pull up, I don't know, hero up. And even if you're not comfortable, for example, me, I am shit with op. But still,
same here.
I would do it and I would drop to somebody, you know, I'd say, take outside, they're not gonna expect you, you're gonna have free frag. For example, as much as I'm playing premium, you know, and it's chaos there, people are fighting a lot, still there are moments like that that are gonna gain us some advantage.
Yeah.
I just wanna see where Batista, why is Batista holding hot with op?
Ay.
Yeah, a little bit of I wouldn't say whiff, but it's still, they have 2 guys on silo. But we need to go back. This round wasn't lost because you, of course, it would be nice if you kill that guy. But on a macro level, you guys are doing it wrong because you're fighting outside for too long. Look, it's 110. You guys are aggressive outside. usually what should happen is that, let me zoom. It should happen that if you guys don't have contact, let's say during the duration of the smoke, until smoke is up, until it fades, if you don't have contact, you guys need to bail out and eventually leave one guy here who's gonna be tucked in. Maybe if they do something like execute on A, he's gonna be fast flank, but if not, he's, unless if it's too obvious, you decide it's, if you figure out it's too obvious that somebody might be here, then, you know, you just leave one guy and reset. This game, this half, needs to be won by simple things. Op, holding outside, it doesn't have to be from garage, it can also be from heaven, and you guys just playing default CS against these guys who they have no depth on T side. They're doing no smokes, nothing, they're summing it down to pure aim. This has to be won by default CS, like opening to A, one ramp, one guy heaven to rotate, etc. Because they're not demanding anything extra from you. They're not doing anything for you to react. You know what I'm trying to say? So in that sense, outside you're forcing fights that are not in your favor.
Think about it the other way. I said I need to be better, you know, taking A as a T, you know? It's hard to crack, so why would we give them easy fights? You know, I'd rather fight outside if I was the T.
Yeah, look at this. Look at the smoke they did, bro. Like I think it's that. It has to be their smoke. Like they only know one smoke. This guy is going top main. Look at how easy for you guys, how easy it is for you guys when you are just playing default CS, but you're doing it probably because you have shit by.
And then you wonder why you won it. You're like, oh, we win these racer rounds, but not the buy rounds.
Yeah. But like I said, thinking about what can be a good counter to them, what you guys need to do, requires a lot of thinking. And sometimes in-game, we can be blinded by adrenaline a bit and not thinking straight, so to say. Nice, because going back to the previous round when you missed the guy on silo, it can be in the back of your head, man, I didn't get that kill. You know what I'm trying to say? It can be frustrating, and that could blind you a little bit when it comes to reading the game of what needs to be done.
Yes, and it's good that you brought it up, because I feel so fucking dumb, because I never thought about like that timer on playing outside before. No, it's the first the first time I thought about it.
Yeah. And even if they do smokes, like for example, you and your opera, you guys have 2 HEs. You can break 2 times, which guarantees you info if they're gonna cross to secret. But just check this situation again, because you didn't seem really confident to me, because in this is a little bit of a different duel. You're in the open, like you cannot hide anywhere, so unless you commit 100% to it, you might get into trouble. It can happen like this. Instantly you rely on first 4 to 5 bullets going into that guy. In this scenario, in this situation, there's no bursting, there's no trying to be mobile. You just have to be static and delete that guy, basically. Okay. And disregard the fact, first of all, I would say, you know, that this guy made a mistake, because, sorry if he's your teammate, but I think he made too many misses with op. Oof. This is really,
But also, when he shot, I think I should have been prepared for him being further out. I think my crosshair is on the first red angle instead.
Yeah, just let me write this down. What I mean, so it's gonna be easy for you to understand. Now look, the problem here is they know about you 100%. Instead of the HE you should have bought smoke and smoked across. Like here.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I understand.
Always, T's always have good timing, even if you do molly. If they jump spot, you can see you unless you smoke it.
Yep.
I'm bringing it up because it's gonna provide anxiety. It's gonna make you anxious staying in garage. Again, pinch down. This is not a wide space that you can maneuver a lot, around a lot. But again, these guys somehow...
They got Alzheimer's, it's okay. They forgot about me somehow.
I'm pretty sure this guy saw you. This orange guy.
Yeah.
Nice shot there.
Yep, clear as day.
To be honest, I would rather go with all of the people from Windows. And we try to trade and pick here. I saw your idea of trying to crunch them from two different sides, but the problem is if CTs hit their shots before your teammates are downstairs, so it can be basically kind of isolating yourself.
Yeah.
But always, in all scenarios, I would go with numbers here rather than crunching them down, because they could also open single door. You guys didn't have a single smoke, you know. Try to secure this because it's gonna be powerful position for you. Plant is all toxic and you can play from double door. You don't have to be worrying about somebody going crazy from single door or something like that.
True.
Okay, is it your teammate doing smokes outside?
Yes. Been missed.
You got tagged there a little bit early on. I like the idea of you trying to... Maybe somebody overextends and they pick. I don't like how nobody of you guys is applying pressure to door, because you need to... You need to make them wonder if somebody of you is gonna go down vents. And usually, this is the difference between CS2 and CSGO. In CS2, it's much easier to sneak in down vents. And now pay attention to this. I know it's first gun round, but later on, whenever you play T-Hal, if you don't notice that CTs are spamming door, that they're not spamming vents, you can always run and go vents fast. Just do the combo off of wall. HE, break door, smoke, go inside. Believe me, most of the times people are not gonna be aware of you, and then later on you can try to... I'm saying this because you're playing with your teammates. You can tell them to break glass, you break glass, you go flank ramp. You know, in same timing you break both windows. But these are gonna be the blind spots you're gonna be trying to use. Number one, apply pressure on door. Number two, abuse if there's nobody of CT spamming that. This is the thing, if you're running full way, even if CT is drop down hot, you're faster than them. The only player that can kill you is the guy from main.
Related, no, slightly related question. I usually, when I play with my friends or if I play solo Nuke on T side, I usually have my smoke left. So I'm thinking, would it be good if I usually use that to throw down the lurk smoke here in front of door? Like because usually I don't really use it unless you get into a late or mid-round scenario and I just throw it by hand. No idea behind it, just from whatever position or situation I'm in, you know?
Yeah, definitely. One of you guys, depending on what you guys like, it's usually the lurk guy who's gonna be playing lobby, but one of you has to take it, because like I said, cities are always gonna feel comfy if there's nothing going on through door and they don't have to think about it. They're not gonna even smoke it off. Like for example, even what Luken just did with this pick, this is what Drops used to do, is basically holding wall like this, wall pick, and kind of an off angle from that spot. But there has to be proper pressure. Now look at this. If we analyze what cities are doing in this round, there's a huge gap, because nobody of them is even thinking about door. They're just observing from this point. Like, look at them, bro. They're so late here. This guy is not mauling.
No one's there.
Even if you, for example, you say to your teammate, hold wall from me I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna go out vents, and you guys go next to each other and just hold. I mean, this would be something in later rounds if you guys figured out that there's a gap there. This is also on a macro level huge thing that you guys can abuse. Figuring out things like this. They're not gonna prioritize mollies. Sure, buddy, we're gonna go out of door. Even if you guys go one next to each other from door, what good teams used to do is do like a mini execute from door mid-round. They just smoke off main, they molly city vents, and they just go each other and trade. Because they know if they kill the guy here, or in this position here, it's gonna be easy to deal with the side guy. So this is why you can always capitalize on if they miss on some utility, if they don't pay attention to door that much, like I said, either for picks or to go down vents and then you play with them.
It's true. I don't think when I play and when we play, anyway, we don't work door that much. If I had a good spawn like I had like last round or at the start of this, where I used to go for hut, sometimes I do that and then I open the door and take a peek into a main. But except for that, you know, I don't work this area of the map that much. So it was I should do that more.
Another thing you can also do is once, let's say you're playing door, you break it, you smoke. Smoke usually covers the whole area here. The guy cannot see you from top hut most of the times, and you can walk all the way through. You just wait to see if they're gonna spam naturally and all that, and you walk through vents, through the smoke to vents. It's gonna be difficult until you get used to it, but believe me, once you figure it out, it's gonna be free map control and to surprise them. And then what can happen is that you're in vents, and let's say you tell your teammates do smokes outside. When they do smokes outside, there's gonna be somebody rotating down vents, and that's a free kill for you because naturally they're not gonna expect you there. About this Molotov you did, if you close down the angle a bit like this and you just W throw it, it's gonna bounce like this and it will cover everything, so you don't have to worry, and you can safely plant. This is the Molotov I was talking about. When you take wider angle, it doesn't bounce properly. This is what you wanna do.
Roger.
And you guys, when you take, look at the possibilities here in double door. You can have one guy holding like this, one guy hugging wall to play off of it and stay anti-flash, because any flashes they do, they won't be able to get kind of this guy here. Like you'd be able to hear it. All this guy has to do is you hear the flash bouncing, but he's picking instantly, and you guys have big trade potential there. Always prioritize taking double door. Usually when you see people being posted up here, this is gonna be in late rounds when they come from, let's say they come from secret, they plant, they no longer have possibility to have good crossfire in double door, and this is why they stay in dark, they stay here. But always, if you come from ramp, especially early on, you need to have some width in that sense. Just having sight is not gonna be enough, because if they close you down from control room, double door, single door, they can also spam, then they come from ramp and you're like, wow guys, where I'm gonna watch. You guys don't need to be one-dimensional. Mistakes happen, right? Sometimes smokes are missed, but you guys can play off of each other a little bit better. Let's say the scenario was you guys didn't have positive trades on ramp because you killed them 2-for-0 basically, or 2-for-1. You can always try to play with Viggy in that sense. You make like a double fake. So you do smokes, you make some pressure ramp, but you don't fully commit, and then he tries to sneak in main, or he sneaks in towards outside. Look at the space he has.
Yeah, so then he would say that he has that space and like, yeah, guys, let me play, or would you?
Yeah.
He plays off the situation, you know, and tells us.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, don't get me wrong. This is nothing on you. This is. I'm just trying to give advice when you play with your friends, something that you know, you guys can definitely enhance your chances of winning rounds like this. So you're not put in situation do or die again here on ramp. That's what I'm trying to say. And honestly, when it comes to single door, you don't have to check it at all. Completely leave single door, plant in this corner. I know it's a little bit anxious for you because you guys didn't really take double door. When you go down ramp, you guys must take double door. This is the easiest thing for you, and you can do it with one Molotov. You kind of pinch yourself down. After that crazy move you guys had on ramp, 2 for 1, which is enormous advantage. Rotation is gonna be a little bit slower. You guys have to take this area here. Doesn't mean anything unless you guys have this spot here, double door, control room, etc, etc.
Okay. That's really valuable.
You didn't kill here, but I like your idea here. Don't think it's bad, because you probably, maybe you figured out by this point that nobody is spamming. What you can also do is do a combo of breaking door, smoking inside main, and taking this angle. Remember that you can pretty much always beat this guy, unless if he has the closest spawn to main. If you have good spawn, you can always break, flash, and hold this angle. Be cocky. As you're running, you break door, you flash inside main, because that flash is used in 2 ways. One is to fuck up the guy who's spamming vents, you know, to mess up with his crosshair. And second thing is, if the guy is gonna be peeking like this, he's gonna be flashed. In that sense, surprise them. This is a good play. You can adjust it a little bit to make it even better, but this is a good play that you can do. If you have more of your teammates going through hut, then you have to play a little bit later from door. Whenever you're solo, try to do what you did. Break, smoke, wait for him to see if he's gonna run through main to help his teammates out, and stay hidden from top hut guy. Then when you need to react, you can react. It would be different if it was 3 of you from door. Then you guys, one breaks the door, one smokes main, one smokes off the Molotov. We go boom boom in one motion, and you guys clear the guy top hut.
Okay, I get you. It's pretty funny because it's similar to every situation like that. When you have like a pack of 3 maybe, and you're the lone guy, you have to be a bit more passive. But I don't know why. I don't think I've thought about it in that way when I'm just thinking I'm just gonna go in and kill them with this good spawn. You guys come after me. You know, I'm not thinking past. So I'm not looking at where they go and play off that. I have my idea and then I'm stop thinking.
Yeah.
I think that's what's happening.
This is a nasty timing.
Yes, that wasn't beautiful.
Look, this is the thing. You notice how the smoke is a little bit, it's not too deep, but it's not shallow either. I see, even when we watch pro games, there's somebody standing at the edge of the smoke. So they basically body block if somebody from this side tries to walk through, and they also have this side as well. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like a win-win situation. So wherever you notice the smoke is not covering the whole thing here. It's really difficult to, it's really risky to come even and boost. So all you can do is spam a bit for those kind of shenanigans to see if, you know, there's gonna be a play like that.
I guess also, like, we're not playing into the strengths of the guns. I guess he wants to come close. Why even risk that situation by playing such like we did, you know?
Yeah, another thing I was gonna say is the money is questionable. Yeah, for you guys as well, but for them it's back and forth. They have the lead. Most of the teams and players would force in this round. When they have 4, they lose 1. But look at their money. So you guys are kind of going to their territory in that sense. They like close battles. They have MP9s. If they can force something and maybe buy an op, most likely it's gonna be outside. So try to use the space and use that kind of a buy to your advantage instead of risking it too much by going through smokes. If you wanna be cocky, then rush through door. If you're not comfortable in playing slow rounds with smokes outside, etc, etc, go door rush with 3 guys going out fast, 2 guys go out late hut, and that's pretty much it. With proper util and proper trades. But in this sense, you guys either go slow ramp They smoked, they blocked you, waited out, then you go out ramp with, I'll show you these flashes, they're really good flashes for back box here. You guys go out, as soon as you go out, you molly under heaven, you check boost. I know it's really difficult because those situations are chaotic, but you need to follow steps in that sense whenever you are first, because you want to improve, yeah. Whenever you're the first guy, you're gonna be clearing angles. You're not gonna be pulling nades out or being distracted by it. Second guy, whoever it is, okay, there's nothing close. We checked everything. Let's molly, because you need to do it before you jump down. Usually, any better op, they're gonna try to tag you from this spot. Then they're gonna take this line here, and you're making yourself easy target if you're gonna jump down here. So all of those, let's say you guys don't have mollies. And you decide, I'm not gonna jump, I'm gonna pre-fire this guy. Keep in mind that always when you wide swing, this is feature of CS2. Whenever you wide swing somebody, you have advantage. Pre-fire with focus, that's gonna help you out instead of receiving free damage, so to say, by jumping out without molly, etc, etc. When you guys go out ramp, these were the flashes I told you. Somebody of you is gonna do these two flashes. So you see, you get a little bit like it moves your screen a little bit, but look at what these flashes do. Even if the op is posted, he cannot dodge the flash, especially not two flashes. The guy, if he's behind this box, he's not gonna get flashed, but he is one and done there. If he's gonna stay like this and he's gonna go up. So, for example, you have two guys going up front, third guy, he's doing this. Two guys are clearing everything left and right. You come, you molly, you wait a little bit, because also oppers love to stay in molly for 1 to 2 seconds to try and kill, and then obviously they fall back.
This is something also we're not. Yeah, when I have a hard time properly. We have a hard time properly clearing. When there is a risk that a CT pushes up and plays under silo by using a similar smoke to that, you know?
Yeah.
The standard one. And I guess it's just like you do a flash for it and then you peek, but the both of you. But I guess, never mind. Yeah, I'm just, that is something I feel pretty uncomfortable when I play with my friends.
Like that way you rely on pop flash to be perfect, and the guy doesn't hear it, and then, you know, you might get flashed, it might get chaotic.
Yeah.
Ballsy play with flash behind yourself and you go in.
And what makes it fun and frustrating at the same time.
On a team level, you kinda make it difficult for you guys because you don't have anything here. You don't have second smoke, and now look at the spacing. Batista is there. You have a Mach 10 guy. Then Dvigi, who has AK, is in lobby. And it's 4v4. So what do you want to do with the Mach 10 guy? Do you want to send him out to pick main? Do you want to flash? Because both of you have two flashes. If there's no second smoke, there has to be plan B of how you're gonna pick. Are you gonna wide swing that guy on heaven? That means, again, I'm gonna show you your movement. Give me 1 sec. You're gonna replay it. So again, you're not concrete with this type of. I like the way you're shooting, but this is no one tap situation. Like you gotta go on that guy. If you don't wanna spray, and again the distance is big, then you have to go bursting with 3 bullets for sure. Let's see from this guy's perspective. Like, he's in the open. You guys need to trade this guy. You basically need to delete him.
Yeah, there's nothing stopping me saying that, even if it's random, you know? It's just like playing solo. I wide swing, let's go.
This is the thing. When you're solo outside, you don't go past this point. All you can do is swing left and right if anybody's gonna pick you. This point here, look at how many angles you're exposed to.
Yeah, it's an infinite number of angles I'm walking into.
I know why you did this, because you feel like there's something you have to do. you need to realize in situations like this, you're the guy. Okay, they know about you, a top man. You made noise. You did some pressure. You saw this guy credit. You were shooting a little bit. It's fine. You're dragging attention to yourself, but preserve focus level on you in countering fights only if somebody's gonna pick into you. You're not picking into people. You're just holding angles and that's it. And you're playing off of your teammates when time for that comes. Because
yeah, I was basically keeping 3 guys' attention towards me there until I die, and then...
Because if we pay attention to what your teammates are doing, they're basically doing nothing. They're losing, they wasted timing. And look at how, from this round's perspective, how important it is to have door pressure, and how important it is to do some smokes outside, to simply keep cities in the dark, so to say.
Yeah.
Because everybody's just holding. Yeah, you guys figured it out. Again, it's 4 guys survived. Not the best buy, but this is just too much for them because without any pressure, they're not ready to play off of you. When you die alone, it's disadvantage, and it's basically gonna become like a blender.
Good game.